Pantaleon Panteleimon was an Indo-Greek king who reigned sometime between 185 to 182 BC in Bactria and India. He was a younger successor of his father Demetrius. Appearance of Brahmi legend on the coins of rulers like Maninder and Pantaleon should, for the same reason, indicate some connection with the comparative interior of India. Scholars have hastened to draw such conclusions the assumption that the westernmost limit of Brahmi ended somewhere in the East Panjab. They have placed such coins and also the rulers who issued them in this part of he country. But this assumption as also these conclusions are fallacious. Brahmi script is known to have been in use as far west as the country of the Asvakas. The Vatasvaka coins attributed to these people invariably carry Brahm legends. This tribe occupied a large part of western Gandhara including the Swat Valley. In the whole range of Indo-Greek coinage, this script appears only on a type each of Pantaleon and Agathocles. These types were minted at Pushkalavati, a city included in the Asvaka country. The two types are exactly similar. Except for the names of the two princes, who ruled one after the other for a brief period in the Pushkalavati region as governors of their father Demetrius. The appearance of Brahmi legends on their Pushkalavati Nagatadevta types is, therefore, significant. How offensive the Brahmi script was to the Greek mind is revealed by the fact that even Menander, whose dominion possibly extended as far as Sakla, and who embraced Buddhism, did not use this script even once on his coins. On all bilingual coins of the Indo-Greeks, with the exception of the two in question, Kharoshthi script is universally used. Presumably, it was less offensive to the Greek mind than Brahmi. In fact, all foreign invaders, such as the Sakas, the Pablavas, the Kusbanas and the Hunas who followed in the footsteps of the Indo-Greeks, adopted Kharoshthi more readily. Pantaleon was the first Greek king to strike Indian coins, peculiar irregular bronzes representing a lion with a dancing Indian woman. Probably the goddess Lakshmi, which suggests he had his base in Arachosia and Gandhara and wanted a political support from the native population of India. The working of the Western mind is also revealed by the attitude of the British rulers of India in recent times towards the descendants of the Brahmal script. Hindu rulers, on the other hand, rarely used the Kharoshthal script. That explains Greek antipathy to it. Then, how was it that Pantaleon and Agathocles were constrained to adopt Brahmi, and that too on the obverse of their coins, relegating the Greek legend to the reverse, when on all the other issues, including those for use in the neighboring Kapisa, they consistently refused to accept Brahmi? The explanation is provided by a significant statement in the Mahabharata to the effect that a certain Yavana prince of Sauvira endeavored for 3 years to quell the rebellion of the Gandhara people. The Yavana prince of Sauvira is described in a subsequent verse. Sumitra and Dattamitra are obviously Sanskritized versions of Demetrius. The freedom-loving Afghans must have revolted soon after the advance of Demetrius into Sauvira. The event took place before the rise of Eucratides, and before the princes of the Indian ruling house, identified with Arjuna and his brothers in order to fit them in the Mahabharata context, led their retaliatory campaigns into the Panjab and the northwest. 189 to 187 B.C. seems to be a fair estimate of the date of this revolt. Pantaleon and Agathocles seem to have had a hard time in trying to placate the turbulent Afghans' adoption of Brahmi was one of the measures taken to satisfy the intensely patriotic feelings of these people. Brahmi was the national script of the Asvakas or Asvaganas, the Vatasvaka coins from Swat, issued by one section of the Asvakas, invariably bear Brahmi legends. Pantaleon, whose meager coinage suggests a brief reign, seems to have been killed in the Afghan revolt. This fits in with the fact that he did not issue any propaganda-type coinages.